Can you see my video?
Yes, Vijay. Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
So I welcome everyone. Um, so today we have Vijay Reddy here to talk about his career journey. So welcome, Vijay, first of all.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you,
So how are
DataMites.
you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing.
Okay. So it's really good to have you here.
Yeah,
We would like to get more information from you.
okay.
Can you please walk us through your journey from being a student from civil engineering background, if I'm not wrong, right? To landing a job as a data analyst.
Yeah, I have graduated from BTech in Civil Engineering branch. In 2019, I have passed out, and
Okay.
later on, I have searched for some civil engineer related jobs, like site engineer and some other design related jobs. But I didn't get the like desired position. Everyone is offering like below 15,000 like that. So it is
Okay.
not satisfying for me at that time.
So how long that was? Like how long you were searching for jobs in your field?
So it's like 1 year. So before COVID has started, so I am just working on like to get the job in site engineer or civil related fields. So it's just 1 year, but after COVID has come, so I went to my home. So there isn't any way of getting back into site engineer again, like civil engineer related positions. So I just researched like what are the most demanding jobs at that time.
Okay.
So I have gone through some of the websites and like what are the positions which are having most in demand.
Okay.
So I get to know that data science is having more demand in these days. So like in those days. So I have later researched what are the like courses and coaching centers which are offering this course. So I get through this data mites through like Google research and research like that.
Okay.
So I thought this is very near to me, like the coaching curriculum and everything. So that is what I liked in data mites. So the YouTube videos of like in the YouTube channel.
Okay.
So I've gone through those videos, some of the videos, so I thought I should join this coaching institute. At that time, I have decided like joining in the course, and I have bought a laptop for that purpose also.
Mhm.
So yeah, I've joined without any second thinking.
Okay. Um, so you joined for data science, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So how did you find the syllabus? So you must have learned programming language, then statistics, then machine learning, all that, right? So how do you find the syllabus is up to the market's demand or the requirement, right? So what is your opinion?
Yeah, at that time it is very easy to access everything. So it is a perfectly designed course. So the the teachers, the coaches who are teaching this are also perfect for this. So everything, the sessions and everything is really very well. The whole Sagar is the one of the teacher, right in the
Uh,
mentor.
yeah.
So his teaching is very good. Everybody can easily understand what he is saying, what is his knowledge and his experience is very well. So everybody has good understanding about the curriculum and everything. So and what else is like the tasks at the end of the day are very challenging at the time, but also it is very good to understand. So yeah, the curriculum and everything is very smooth.
Okay. So did you find difficulties in learning programming language since you're from civil engineering background? Did you had programming in your graduation or it was completely new?
Yeah, we have in the first year the C language, the basics and everything. So we didn't focus that much on the programming language as we are from civil background. So we thought like it is not that necessary to learn program at the and in those days.
Okay.
But when I joined in the DataMites for data science course, so we have Python programming language. So it's just very easy compared to Java and other programming languages. So it is a little better to understand for every new like from non-IT background people also.
Uh, okay. So
Yeah,
you didn't find much difficulty in learning
yeah,
Python, right?
yeah. I
Especially.
didn't much. I didn't have that difficulty to learn the programming language at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, uh, is there any study pattern that you followed in your learning phase or when you're preparing for interviews? Would you like to share with us?
Yeah, pattern in the sense. So initially I've thought of doing only data science related jobs. So I thought like only Python can be like learn to get the job for in a data science field. But what I understand after that is so you need a little bit of Excel and SQL also to get into the data science field. Even though Python is highly recommended, but you need to learn SQL and Excel also in that process. So I thought like I should also learn SQL and Excel. So in the meanwhile, I have learned these courses in LinkedIn Learning. So I have some certificates also in that LinkedIn page. So I've gone through those courses also so that I should be uh, aware that not just Python, so SQL and Excel can also be learned in the process.
Yes, what you said is right. So many people who actually enroll for data science, they only focus on data science and they wanted to become a data scientist. But it's not actually, fact. Like there are many opportunities, right, for data analyst or data engineer. So there are many opportunities. People have to be, broad, and they need to explore various other technologies, and they should actually look for other opportunities also, like just not data science, right? Yeah, that's good. Okay.
That's what I should suggest for everyone.
Yeah.
So if you are learning the data science course, don't be stick with I should get only data science job. You can also get data analyst job or data engineer job also. You should be ready to get any job regarding the data field. So
Yeah.
even in my organization also, so even I have started as a junior data analyst, but there are opportunities in my organization where you can go to data science also. You can ask your peers and managers that you are interested in data science. So they are very encouraging, like they are encouraging to go to that field also. They don't have any problem because you have certification like that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So only getting into the field would be a bit challenging, but once you do that,
yeah,
then that transition would happen easily, right?
yes, yeah.
Yeah. So can you share any specific challenges that you had during interview process? Like
Challenging.
sometimes what happens, like there might be more practical things would be in the interview, like they may not ask more theoretical questions. So sometimes they give you data set and they ask you to analyze, they ask you to come up with insights, right? Or how basically was your interview, and how many interviews have you taken before getting this offer?
Yeah, the interviews before getting into my current company. So there are some of the challenges I have faced before getting into Voziq AI. So the other companies I have interviewed is Mintra as a data analyst only.
Okay.
So the interview process in the first round itself they have asked SQL. So I thought it should be Python, but regarding SQL. So I didn't learn that much SQL. So
Okay.
I'm in a basic level. So like aggregate function and some of the basic functions only, not that deep subqueries and some other things. So they have asked regarding the joins at that time. So they have given a data set. So
Mhm.
given two tables and they have asked to get the result set by using a left join. So what would be the result after using the left join? So they have given this data in Excel only. So there are
Okay.
10 rows in the first table and another 5 rows in the second table. So they have asked to do the join and enter the result set.
Okay.
So I'm at that time I thought like I have done well, but it is not correct at that time. So and also they have asked regarding the window functions. So I'm not that aware at the time regarding window functions. So I didn't get given them the correct answer, proper answers for that.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't get selected to Mintra at the time. I failed in that interview, but I didn't down myself because of that failure. But eventually, I learned window function, left join, and everything for the next round of interviews. So I get this Voziq AI company. So in that also they have asked us the same questions, left join and regarding window functions like that. But this time I am aware of those functions and I can give the answers confidently.
That's correct. That's very, very important actually. This is what I used to suggest to all the learners. Like you should not give up, right? So everything is a learning process. Like even when you attend interview, that is going to be some giving that's where you're going to learn, right? So you will know where you're lacking and how much you have to prepare and all. So how many interviews you have given?
So not that many. So related to science and data analysts, there are not many interviews. So before this Vazik AI, I have interviewed two companies at that time. So there is a sorry, Mintra, and another is an intern related job.
Okay.
Mm, yeah. So there are only two companies before this.
Okay. So those interviews actually helped you, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
again, you went on learning something and you prepared well, right? So that obviously helped you for other interviews, isn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's correct.
So what is your day-to-day job, like what you do exactly as a data analyst?
So in the starting, initially, my work is involved running the reports and sharing the reports with the clients and everything. So initial days, my job is like that. So reports and creating the dashboards, what the managers and senior data analysts are suggested. So, but
Okay.
during the as the experience goes on, so I am mostly involved in the client related works in these days and also product development related works. So the reports and dashboards will be done by the other team these days.
Huh, huh.
So I am working more on the product development. I am working with the managers and the higher level officials regarding the product development. So how you can take one step ahead our product like that. So I
Okay.
am involving in those research and product development related activities these days.
That's interesting. So
Yeah.
in your initial days, like what kind of tools you were using? So when
Yeah.
you say creating dashboards, reports, and all, were you using BI tools mostly, or any other tools which are, which basically you were using?
So the initial days that most used tool in my organization is so it is a SQL and Excel for the day-to-day analysis and like that. So for reporting, there is a tool called Business Intelligence Report Tool, which is a short form BIRT. So this tool is a mostly work on SQL. So if you write a query in SQL, so you just design the table and whatever the design you need to add in the report, you just need to create that in the BERT tool and you just need to bind it with the SQL query. So it will automatically generate a report. So that report will be used to in our application. There is a separate application for us where we are using that. for the dashboard related and for reports also. We are combining both those in an application. So that is for the reporting tool. When it comes to dashboards, we are using Elasticsearch Kibana. So this is unlike Power BI and some other Tableau dashboards. This is also work on the SQL. So you just need to create a table by in the backend, the SQL table. You just need to bind it with an application. You could throw APIs and everything. So
Okay.
that is used for the dashboard activity. So these dashboards are mostly drag and drop only. So there is nothing like formulas
Coding
used
and
to get the required conditional columns like that.
all. Okay.
So any activities you want to do, you can just write a query in SQL, then add the column to the table so that the table will be appear in the application.
Okay. So SQL
Yeah.
is very important, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
people should spend, enough time in learning SQL. That's more important, whether it's for data science or data analyst, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's correct.
Okay. So in addition to SQL, any other skills that is required to be a data analyst that you wanted to suggest everyone to explore or gain knowledge? So what do
Yeah.
you recommend?
So I recommend using SQL and Excel are mostly important for a data analyst. So the Power BI and the dashboards related activities are secondary. So most
Okay.
important thing is SQL and Excel for any business related activities. And
Okay.
also for any data analyst, what's important is the communication skills. So unlike data engineer and data scientist, where they have mostly statistics and maths related activities. So in data analyst, what we focus more on is communication skills. So what you are trying to told, what is the story you want to tell. So
Yes.
as a data analyst, we focus more on that. So telling a story from the data and analyzing that and use it in a simple terms. The data, the story should be in a simple terms. Even the data and the background activities are complicated. You should tell a story which should be a simple. So that's it,
Yeah.
how the data analyst should be. Most importantly, I should suggest is a communication skills.
Yeah. Should be very good in presentation, right? Who can uh, get all the insights, but again, how you're going to make everyone understand, that is very, very important.
Yeah, you should be such that the one who is new to the any meetings or something, he should easily understand the story behind that. So that is
That's correct.
data analyst should be.
Yes.
Mm.
So when you talk about Excel, how to what extent you're using it? Like most of the analysis you'll be doing with pivot table, or um, will you be using Excel for data cleaning also? So how much, to what extent you're using Excel?
So Excel, the initial the cleaning and everything will be done in SQL only. So the
Okay.
data is imported into SQL. So sorry, in Excel. So in Excel we can do the further analysis where it is not possible in SQL to write that bigger queries and something like that, complicated queries. So what you can do is we can import it into an Excel and just analyze those data in the Excel. So like pivot table and using creating the charts and everything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you using Power Query?
Power Query not that much using these days for me. So
Okay.
mostly we will use SQL, sorry, Excel for client related activities like that. We when we want to send the data, when we want to send analysis data, analyze the data, something like that. So we will share that in an Excel file to the client.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So whatever that there is any issue like that or any issue really regarding the data like that, so we will get those data in an Excel and share it with the clients. So
Okay.
everything will be done in Excel for the client related activities.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you used to receive calls, right, for interview calls. So, right. So where have you, like through LinkedIn or through other job portals? So have you applied or uploaded your profile in any job portals? So what was the initial, process that you took care of? Like how did you receive calls?
So I have used mostly Naukri and LinkedIn only. So
Oh, okay.
every day I used to refresh Naukri profile at the morning. That's the first duty I will do in every morning, and also LinkedIn. So I had posted some of the some of the information regarding the data analysis, data science, and so just to make a LinkedIn makeover is very much important for every
Yeah.
job job aspirant. So LinkedIn makeover, the profile should be such that everyone should be easily understand what you are doing and what have you achieved, like certificates and everything. So
Okay.
those are the two job sites I have used mostly. And the current job also I got through LinkedIn. So they have saw my profile through LinkedIn and they have approached me for this position.
We need to be really active in LinkedIn, and we should keep following, certain um, companies, like what they do, understand what kind of opportunities are there, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So not just following like that. So you should also post some of the data related posts in the LinkedIn so that you should be active and
Yeah.
everyone will go through your profile and like that. So you will get a maximum reach of your profile and eventually someone will reach out to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did the internship help you, the projects which I have done here helped you in learning something or to apply something that in your job? So can you talk about the internship?
Yeah, the internships are like a byproduct of what you have learned, the projects and everything. So those are the one of the key reasons I have learned so much. I became more confident about myself. So the projects and everything, I have done those projects on my own, and I beginning to feel confident at that time. Like I have created a project, I have solved it on my own. Yeah, the projects are really helpful at that time.
Okay. So in the interview, did they ask you about projects? What you have done? Like, did they ask you to explain?
Yeah, they have asked to explain what are the internship you have done in your course like that. So I've gone through the overview of what I have done. So what are the tools I have used like that, and they are happy with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're not currently using any programming language here, right? As a data analyst.
yeah. As a data analyst, there is not much higher programming language and required. So SQL and Excel are mostly important for a data analyst. For the data scientist, additionally, you need to learn Python program.
Okay. So we have a question for you. So Saifullah is asking, how many months required to get the job from joining DataMites? So
It's not like how many months. You can't exactly say how many months. It's the effort you put in to get it to your job. So if you put a higher efforts, you might get the job after finishing on the course like that. So by learning the course, you just need to update your profile and you should post. You should be more active in LinkedIn like that. You should post what you have learned, what are the new things you have learned related to data, like that. So
well said.
you cannot say exactly how many months like that. Even I got job after 1.5 years. So it's the efforts you put in to get a job is more important. So the process is more important than getting a job, in my opinion.
Yes. So just joining the course will help you to get the basic knowledge, or it can guide you, right? But how much effort we are putting, and there should be a continuous learning happening, right?
Yeah, it's
To
just
reach
not
a certain.
projects you have to do. It's also you need to show off your projects, what you have done through LinkedIn and some other uh, uh, sites where you can create your project portfolio, nice project portfolio in a single page like that, so everyone can go through it and they will see what you have done. So that's my opinion.
Yes. So the resume should talk more about the projects rather than
Yes,
other information, right? It can be short, but when we say project, it should be a detailed, description. Like, should everyone should understand what project we have done, like what are the tools that we have used, right?
yes,
Correct.
yeah.
So Om Patel asks, like, apart from SQL and Excel, do they ask questions from Python, BI, Kafka, statistics?
So for a junior role, for an initial entry level position, they don't go to go to very deep. So they just go through basics and everything. You whatever the position it is. So regarding it's a Python and everything. So they will go through the basics. So what you basics which everyone should know to get into a job in data analyst. So they don't in my interviews they didn't go so deep. They just cover through the basics of SQL and the answers you are giving. Is it perfect or not? Is it perfect for the situation or not? Like that. So they didn't dug deep for the other tools like that, Kafka, whatever the tools they mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we need to be strong in basics. And
yeah,
of course,
the
we're not looking
yeah,
for any expert. No one can be expert learning everything. So at least basics we need to be strong in, right?
yes, the basics in SQL and Python also. So in SQL also, yeah.
Okay. So how much do you think statistics is helpful in doing your job now?
Yeah, statistics is one of the most important thing for any data analyst or data scientist also. Statistics like a mean, median, and average. Average is more importantly used to get to know how the data is flowing. So, is there any uh, jerks in the bit in between the data like that? So, the statistics will help in the mismatches in the data, so that you can see that there is an issue in the data like that, so that you can like verify the data and go through the errors. So, the statistics were pretty much important.
Yeah. So basically, to understand the data, we need statistics knowledge, right?
So whenever there is a new data comes, so we just go through the statistics, the initial checks and everything. So is the data is proper or the data what they have sent is proper or like that. So the statistics should be used more. The statistics tools like that. Yeah.
Did you have any questions on statistics in interview?
Yeah, no. I didn't have that much statistics related questions. So
Okay.
this they just covered mean, median, mode, standard deviations. So these are the basics they have covered.
Okay. So Rumana wants to know, have you done internship from DataMites or you applied for other company?
Yeah, internship is the I have done internship through DataMites, the 6 months interview period through DataMites, and after that I have searched for the job after completion of my internship. Yeah, they I didn't done any internship other than the DataMites.
Okay. So during your interview process, like applying companies and all, how do you spend your time? Like, um, I have seen people who take different data sets from standard data sets that are available in other platforms, and they used to practice, right? Whatever they have learned, they used to keep practicing till they get job. They won't be idle. Like, they try to learn something. Like, what you were doing, like, when you're applying for jobs and all, like after you
Yeah,
complete the projects, internship projects, when you were applying for jobs, what all you were doing?
Yeah, I have learned through the some of the tools at the start. So after Python, learning the Python and everything, so I beginning to know that SQL and Excel are also important. So I learned those courses and I have done some of the projects on SQL and in Power BI. Later I also learned Power BI and also done some of the projects to Power BI and SQL. So you just not sit idle and just wait for a job. In the meanwhile, you can go through some of the data sets which are present in Kaggle and everything and show off your data. So in recent times, so there is a one site like Code Basics. So they provide data sets for every month, and also they want us to show off our work through whatever the tool you want to use. So I suggest going through those data sets and work on the domain data like that, so you can understand what is actually happening in the real world. So you can go through those projects and you can show off your work in LinkedIn also. So I have done some of the projects at the time. So in the between internship in DataMites and getting my job.
Okay. Can you once again tell me the platform from where you used to get data sets and projects and
Yeah, there is a, platform called Code Basics
okay.
and also Maven Analytics. So these two are very active on the LinkedIn, and also they want everyone to showcase their talent through LinkedIn. So they want to uh, like whatever the project you have done in Power BI or the dashboards you have created, they want to post it on LinkedIn by tagging the LinkedIn profile like that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So Anusia is asking, is it need to learn Tableau and Power BI?
So it's important to learn Power BI and Tableau also, but it depends on the companies again. So not every company use Power BI and Tableau, and in my organization, it is different tool for dashboards and everything. So you just need to brush up this basics and everything. So if you have the skills of Excel, then half of your Power BI also done. You can easily learn Power BI after you learning Excel. So it is important to learn these Power BI tools, but most importantly, I should suggest uh, you should be comfortable with the Excel and SQL. Then after that, you can go to the other tools.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah,
So I think we have taken all the questions. So thank you so much, Vijay. That was so insightful, and I hope everyone would have got some information that they need, right? And this session would have given them so much hope. Thank you so much for your time. In your busy schedule, you have spent time to share your knowledge and share your experience with us. And first of all, congratulations on your achievement. Your journey is really inspiring, so I hope this would help others as well. And we wish you a continued success in your career path, and all the best.
yeah. Thank you, Kalpana, and thank you, DataMax. So one thing I should suggest for everyone who is learning here in DataMax, so just don't just go for data science jobs. So whatever the position you came across, whether it is a data analyst or data engineer, just enter into the field, just understand what is happening in the real world, and you just get the experience and everything, and you can go move into any position you want, whether it is data engineer or data science, through your organization after 2 years of experience like that. So just don't stick for getting only data science job, in my opinion. So
That's a real, needed advice. Good advice. Thank you so much. Yeah.
thank you.
Fine, nice talking to you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
my
much.
Thank you.